This is a review of the orderIT trading system activity for August the 12th, 2021. There's 3 trades on that day, 1 buy and 2 short sells. First trade was DBN. That's Devon Energy Corporation. Tripped at 12:23:24 p.m. at a price of 28.22. It was a buy. Closed the day at 28.47, up 1.68%. Positive result. It closed above its tripping price. OBV, interestingly, 12.23, so it tripped around here. So volume coming up a little bit here, tripped, but you can see the end of the day it tripped again, or not tripped. It moved up around tripping, and the end of the day, mid-afternoon, it also came up. MACD, same thing, came up, and you can see it also averages moving up end of day. DI up, and Bollinger Band just showing a straight upward trend. So that stock definitely was moving positive. Next trade is FTCH. That's Far-Fetch Limited. Tripped at 12:45:50 p.m. at a price of 45.43. It was a short sell. It closed the day at 45.56, up 0.04%. So let's see, 12:45. So you can see, look, it was coming down here. 45.42, 45.21, 44.97, 45.09, 45.27, 45. You're saying almost at least 2.5 hours here where it was below the tripping price. You just happen to see that at the end of the day it was actually moving upwards after its drop. So somewhat recovered, but there was more than enough time to get out of that stock. And OBV showing that it was coming down. Then this recovery here, which is what you're seeing it coming up. MACD came down, and the averages came back up. And again, DI very strongly, which is always good. Because DI is a directional index, basically indicating the movement strength. And you can see it was moving negative during that period of time, and up to 80%, negative movement. So that's very, very high. So that just shows you the fact that it came down, and the price itself showed you that too. And the Bollinger Band, yeah, I showed you it came down, and then that recovery. So it actually tripped around here, came down, and came up again. So it recovered at the end of the day, but it was a very strong downward trend itself. So the stock technically by the end of the day was moving positive again, but during its mid-afternoon period it was moving very negative. Next trade is ICLN. That's iShares Global Clean Energy ETF. Tripped at 1:06:45 p.m. at a price of 22.68. It was a short sell. Closed the day at 22.82, down 1.25%, and you see it's up 0.11 or 0.48%, excuse me, this morning, so it's recovering a bit. Ooh, this is interesting. The stock technically was down from previous, but it's moving very sideways. So let's see, 106, roughly around here, 22.66. Yeah. Let's see, 106. $106, 132, almost half an hour where it was down below its tripping price. I consider that a positive because I think any time frame of 10 minutes where it's down below its tripping price on a regular basis is fine. It's not down by much, but it's still a couple of cents. So obviously, depending on amount of stock you traded would indicate obviously the result of that, but the end result is the stock was down below its tripping price for almost half an hour, which to me is more than positive, even though the stock itself wasn't moving heavily negative, at least from just looking at the price activity. OBV, you can see it came down, and you see afternoon it recovered. So averages, volume moved down and then shot up in the afternoon. MACD, same thing, it came down during trip price and recovered. DI, same thing, came down, recovered, and Bollinger Band came down, recovered. So stock had that little bit of drop during that tripping period, but the afternoon time it recovered. So stock technically ended the day moving positive, but again, it was negative during that tripping price. But still, there was a period of time where it was down below its tripping price for a period of time that I consider positive. So that's 100%. But as you see, the two short selling opportunities were a bit strange. They technically were moving positive, but they were negative for that period where they went down, and they were down enough to get out. I'll leave it at that. Thank you.